tonight's event, the schools participating in this event are members of the South Dakota High School Activities Association. They have adopted the rules under which this game is conducted, and a strong commitment to excellence, fair play, and sportsmanship are all vital to this event's success. We remind you to please cheer in a positive manner and be respectful of the officials' decisions. Interior High School wants all fans to watch the game in the stands. According to the DAC-12 conference rules, impromptu youth football games will not be allowed. They have resulted in serious injuries of other schools, and any and all youth footballs, nerf balls, etc. will be confiscated. Please come to watch the game. Parents, please supervise your children. The officials for tonight's game are Scott Engel, John Kohler, Donovan DeBoer, Pat Dockendorf, and Austin Striley. And they are registered with the state of South Dakota High School Activities Association. They have worked hard to learn the rules and administer them fairly at this event, and we request that you respect their honest efforts in officiating this contest. Up first, let's meet your Titan cheer team. Leah Ackman, Kyla Brown, Emerson Cowles, Addison Ernster, Kennedy Johansson, Lillian Kaiser, Aubrey Milbrecht, Logan Mahalik, Reese Moe, Addison Nazer, Olivia Olowski, Brianne Simler, Michaela Sani, Ramsey Stansberry, Allison Turk, and Jaden Webster. And they are coached by Katie Peterson and Sarah Springman. And now introducing first for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the offense for the Yankton Bucks. Left tackle, number 70, Caden Webronic. Left guard at number 52, Mark Castle. At center, number 74, Baden Bryle. At right guard, number 77, Peyton Eustace. At right tackle, number 68, Lucas Cordell. At wide receiver, number 1, Austin Goebel. At the other wide receiver, number 4, Tucker Gilmore. Slot receiver, number 14, Peyton Peterson. The H-back, number 5, Matthew Sheldon. Running back, number 32, Shaylor Platt. And quarterback, number 11, Lucas Camshaw. The Bucks are coached by Brady Muth, assisted by Dan Zwak, Matt Decker, Brady Hale, Terry Huber, Justin Olson, Blake Savvy, and Jason Sager. And now it's time to meet the starting defense for your home team, the Titans. A linebacker and a senior, number 6, Jason Weavinga. That linebacker and a senior, the great number 8, Keegan Dion. Playing corner and a senior, number 9, Brock Ellingson. A junior wearing number 11, and a linebacker, Sam Brittle. At one corner, a sophomore, number 12, Carter Christensen. At your other corner, and a junior, number 13, Dawson Ivers. Defensive end and a senior, number 19, Tim Halbert. At free safety, a senior, number 30, Ethan Fisk. A senior defensive end wearing number 38, Andrew Upland. Defensive tackle and a senior, number 57, King Carter Kirk. And a defensive tackle, a sophomore wearing number 60, Terry Stevor. Head coaches for the Titans, Scott Fries, Brent Johnson, John Neeson, Zach Morris, Mason Scheiding, and Logan Schockman.
And a good evening from T Area High School for tonight's Class 11 AA matchup featuring the T Area Titans and the Yankton Bucks. I'm Jerry Palesci, joined by Chad Berger and the Hall of Famer for the University of South Dakota, Andrew Griffin, our producer on site. It is a 3-1 battle here tonight, number 2 and number 3 in Class 11 AA, and really a tale of two teams entering tonight's game in a little bit of a different manner. For the T Area Titans, I've never seen a game before in which I can honestly say that the game was over on the first snap, but it truly was. Keegan DeYoung going 95 yards for a touchdown against Douglas, and the Titans had no problem at all with the Patriots last week in a victory here at home 66-8. On the other side for the Yankton Bucks, they come into this matchup off a loss to number 1 Pierre, in which they controlled pretty much the entire game up until the end. The Govs continue their undefeated season. Yankton fell 27-14. It's all set up for a matchup here tonight in which they have moved the game up to a 5 o'clock start due to inclement weather, as you can kind of maybe see a little bit in the bleachers when we pan down over into that area. Some people even dressed up as if it's winter. It is 70 degrees outside, but the clouds are overhead and the wind is certainly blowing. But Chad, this is a matchup with T and Yankton. T leads the all-time series 2-0. Throw that out the door, though, here tonight, because these two teams are pretty evenly matched from what it seems across the board.
Absolutely. This is a very exciting game. I've talked to a lot of people this week in the South Dakota high school sports scene, and a lot of people are really excited to see what happens here tonight.
The opening coin toss being conducted on the field. It looks like Yankton has won the toss, and they will situate and determine who will move what direction. So Yankton will defer, and it will be T football to start this game. Taking a look at the T area offense throughout the course of this season and what they have been able to do, everything, of course, has been on the ground. You take a look at their net rushing yardage throughout this entire season as a team. They have ran for 1,210 yards. And in terms of passing the football, just 344. They really haven't needed to put the ball in the air. Rushing for the Titans and really leading the way all season long has been Keegan DeYoung with 352 total yards and 4 touchdowns. Brenner Conrad, the quarterback, he's rushed for 274 and 4 scores. And some of the other members that you might be able to see here this evening, Riley Swanda has ran for 224 yards and a touchdown, and Tyler Reed, who has ran for 143 and 2 touchdowns. We anticipate that Titans going to just do what they always do, run the football as much as they can unless they have to pass. And for the Yankton Bucks throughout the season, for them, they're going to come in. They might look to throw that football, as Luke Kamshoff, their quarterback, is 58 of 111 this season for 958 yards, 8 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. But it will be the Titans to get the ball first, and 2 men usually back deep for them, one of which is Ethan Viss, a 6'1", 166-pound senior. The kicker for the Yankton Bucks is Josue Trujillo. He is a senior. He's 5'9", 175 pounds. He acts as their kicker, their punter, and their kickoff starter. Trujillo just waiting on the indication from the official. And now he approaches, and we're underway from Titan Stadium. Viss trailing towards the football, and he's just going to let it roll out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Penalty flag charged against Yankton. That wind is a cross breeze that for the kicker in Trujillo was going in the direction in which the ball went from right to left.
That's a really unfortunate penalty there for the Bucks to start off with. Give the Titans some pretty decent starting field position here.
Titans will have the football. First down and 10, just underway here in the first quarter. Let's take a look at the starters on offense. But the guys up front at the tackle position tonight, number 76, and Cody Peterson. He's 6'3", 206 pounds. On the other side, it's Ian Benelli, who's 6'3", 265. The guards are Jacob Younge and Charlie Leslie. Carter Turek, who is homecoming king, is the center. The quarterback is Brenner Conrad. He's 6'3", 219 pounds in his sophomore year, and he's going to give the handoff to Tyler Reed to start things off, as Reed will carry across the 40-yard line and pick up a nice gain of 8 to get things going.
Yeah, there was a little bit of good motion in the backfield there. Kind of what we expect out of the Titans. They're going to try to pound the ball at Yankton here, get positive yards on first down, and set up second and short.
Second down, 1 yard to go. Wide receivers for T area. I'm getting the start tonight. Brock Ellingson, a 6'5", 203-pound senior. Tim Halber will get the call on the other side. Here's the snap on a 2nd and 1. It's an option play. Kick out over to Keegan DeYoung. He has a first down approaching midfield, and he will be just nicely pushed out of bounds near the 45-yard line, but a penalty flag is out on the opposite 47.
We have a little mustard on the lettuce.
That will move T area back.
Holding. Blue.
That is our referee, Scott Andel. And that will move the Titans back on what will be 2nd down again. Looking at the defensive members for the Yankton Bucks. Defensive ends, Edley Amaro, Donald Rounds. At defensive tackle, Derek Beal and Riker Freng. The linebackers tonight, Bryce Krull and Matthew Sheldon. Mac Grotenheis will also get the start. At the corners tonight, Austin Goebel and Carson Ness. Strong safety is Tucker Gilmore, and Easton Nelson will play the free safety position here this evening. After the penalty, it's 2nd and 7 from the 38-yard line. 11 minutes, 13 seconds left in the opening quarter. Conrad under center. Snap and yet another give, a handoff to Reed, and Reed has nowhere to go this time around. Great pressure put on the inside.
Down by number 31, Daniel Rounds, number 70.
And it will be a gain of maybe a half a yard at the most.
Good job by the Bucks defensive line there of, they got a little bit high to start off with, but they were able to maintain their ground and stop the running back from getting through the hole to gain a whole lot of positive yardage there.
Donald Rounds and Edley Amaro combine on the tackle, making it 3rd down and 6 for the Titans from the 39-yard line. 2 receivers off to the left side of Conrad. He has an option on the right as well. Snap. Fakes the handoff. Conrad steps up, and he's going to be buried. Push for a loss. Is not getting fooled at all. On a nice job staying at home is Matt Grotenheis.
Yeah, great job of the Bucks defense there of reading their keys. The Titans had a couple offensive linemen on the backside pull. The Bucks weren't caught keeping their eyes on the motions and the fakes going on in the backfield, and they just stayed disciplined.
Titans will punt the football away. End over end kick returnable near the 35-yard line, but great coverage for Ethan Vish, just shooting down the field and just wrapping up Cohen Zarbach. Here comes the Yankton Bucks, 1st down and 10. First time we've seen them this evening, led by the quarterback and Luke Camshaw. He is a senior. He stands 6'1", 185 pounds. Again, 8 touchdowns this season to 5 interceptions. His main targets throughout the course of the year have been Tucker Gilmore, who wears number 4, as you can see him lined up on your video stream. The man in motion is Carson Ness. Here's the snap on a 1st down and 10 from the 34. Running is Camshaw. He gets rid of the football. It's incomplete. Broken up in coverage from Dawson Eimers.
And the Titans were bringing some heat on that. All the linebackers were at the line of scrimmage when the ball was snapped. A couple guys were able to sneak through there and put some pressure on the quarterback, and then Eimers did a good job of cleaning that up on the back end.
2nd down and 10. Clock stop, 9:41 remaining in the opening quarter. On the 2nd down and 10, it will be a rush. Nice patiently waiting and for something to open and barreling his way forward for a pickup of a few yards. Call it 5 on the carry for Cirque.
Bucks aren't really wasting any time here. They're back up on the line of scrimmage right away.
On this 3rd down and 5, quick fire. It's caught at the 50-yard line. Good for a 1st down on the reception for Carson Ness.
And that was a complete timing pattern. Ness was still actually running the route when the pass was delivered. Just was able to stop. Pass was thrown in a perfect spot, and he was able to drag it in.
It's 1st down and 10 from the 49 of T. Here's another carry for Cirque. He's going to stretch out to the right side. And another nice pickup. He's going to pick up about 7.
Yankton, yeah, they're going to get up on the line. They're going to run some plays here.
2nd down and 3. Delayed snap. Another handoff. Cirque cutting out to the left, and he is wrestled down from behind by Carter Turek. Still good for a 1st down as he gets to the 35-yard line. Bucks keep on moving. 1st down and 10 from the 35. As this time it will be Camshaw keeping it himself. And he will be stopped at the 30-yard line. Another pickup of 5.
Yeah, they didn't really have a running back in the backfield on that one, but were able to motion one of the wide receivers over to fake that handoff so that there was a little bit of deception in the play call.
We'll have to keep an eye on the right side of the line, maybe on this play on a 2nd down and 5. And this time, Sark has nowhere to go as the Titans wrap him up. This time around, it's Keegan DeYoung, but Lucas Cordell, who is the right tackle, the starting right tackle for the Bucs, went off on the sideline really quick, holding his shoe. He's standing at the 40-yard line with one of the assistant coaches helping tie that said shoe. Camshaw steps up, 3rd down and 5, takes off, has a 1st down to the 20-yard line, still going, close to the 15, and he's ankle tackled by the Titans and Sam Wordle.
And now's the point where the Titans want to kind of switch personnel a little bit, get some fresh defensive linemen in there, kind of counteract the Bucs' speed here.
Camshaw, handoff. Sark is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Great job in pursuit. That time around for Tim Halber. Going to be a loss of a yard. It will be 2nd down and 11.
2nd and 11, 17-yard line.
Quickly moving from the 17 here in the first. 7:07 on the clock. It is continuing to run. Goebel is the wide receiver in motion from left to right. Camshaw back to pass, look in that direction, fires into the middle. A nice safe catch brought in for Peyton Peterson. The slot receiver just turns around, sits in the zone, and he picks up 9.
And that was a good timing route once again. Yankton obviously practices these routes very extensively.
Goebel and Gilmore, the receivers to the left side. A handoff to Sark on a 3rd down and 2, and he has a wide open seam for a touchdown. Yankton just goes straight down the field, and they're going to use 6 rushes from Sark, and the last one, of course, goes for the touchdown. What an offensive drive for the Yankton Bucs. Trujillo to attempt the point after. Here's the kick. It's on the way, and the kick sails through. It is good. 6 minutes, 36 seconds. All that's left in this opening quarter, it's Yankton 7, T0, and this is something that you don't typically see for the T-Titans this season, as they have outscored their opponents this year 61-7 in the first quarter, and just like that, they're trailing by 7.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how T responds here. You know, the first offensive drive that T had, had that big penalty that really cost them. How are they going to be able to bounce back here now that they're trailing in the first quarter?
That is a 11-play, 66-yard drive that ends in that touchdown for Sark, taking 3 minutes and 11 seconds off the game clock. Titans on their opening drive, just 13 yards, and they will now play from behind. Camshaw on that drive for Yankton went 2 of 3 passing for 21 yards. Reception for Carson Ness for 12, and then Peyton Peterson with a catch for 9. Trujillo, hand up in the air, will approach. Viss back to return. This one a nice kick. Viss will have a chance, though, from the 5-yard line. He bobbled the football. It's into the end zone. It's into the end zone. It's all the way back near the white stripe. He has to try to get out of there, and he does not. He does not get out. Ethan Viss is frustrated.
I think that's a touchback. Yeah.
And they will call it a touchback.
Since he never had possession of the football outside of the end zone, he kind of muffed it or bobbled it a little bit, and then it went back into the end zone. They have to rule that as a touchback.
And that is the call. The kick was muffed. And a lucky break for the T-Area Titans. Because if he would have brought that ball in, just like you said, Chad, then it would be a totally different conversation.
Exactly. And that's something the coaches might want to work on. We always told our kick returners when I coached, if you ever have to reach above your head to catch it, just let it go over your head.
And anything that touches the end zone. Drive will start with 6:35 on the clock. Conrad, the quarterback, standing out of the shotgun, calls for it, hands it off. Riley Spondo will get the call for the first time, but he has nowhere to go. Matthew Sheldon just shoots on up from the linebacker position, and it will be a loss of a few.
Yeah, these linebackers are really physical. The Titans are going to have to really use their offensive line to get to that second level and seal those guys off in this game.
2nd down and 12 from the 18-yard line. Sheldon now with a tackle for a loss, 2 tackles in the game. Conrad under center. 3-back option. Keeps it. Option play. Flicks it over to Reed, and Reed is tackled behind the 20-yard line. And he's going to get back roughly to that mark, maybe a pickup of a yard at the most.
As soon as he caught that pitch.
Yet to throw the football is Brenner Conrad. We'll see if they dial it up on a 3rd and 11. 3 receivers set to the right side, which is the short side of the field. Takes the snap, looking left, pressure coming, needs to get rid of it, doesn't, and he will be dropped. It's a sack for the Yankton Bucks, as basically coming free, and wide over there was Francis Inveld.
Tough drive there for the T offensive line. Not able to get a whole lot of seal on the second level, and then the pass protection left a little bit to be desired on that 3rd and long.
It is 4th down and 20 from the 10-yard line. Here's the snap. The kick is a line drive kick. Looking to get the football is Zarbak, but instead he lets it go, and the Titans will down it at the 49-yard line. Well, if there's a time in which the T-area defense needs to make some form of a statement and get a little bit of momentum back, it might be right now.
It is right now, and I think they're a little tired. We haven't had a huge, stoppage of play or anything yet, and Yankton's going to look to run that up-tempo offense, run plays, get up on the line. A lot of the T players play both ways, so we'll kind of see what happens here.
Cam Shaw out of the shotgun. 1st down and 10 from the 49-yard line. Man in motion is Gilmore.
First drive, just hitting it right up in there. The side-to-side plays against T speed probably won't work as well for him.
Man in motion is Peterson from right to left. Cam Shaw back to throw. Quick flick, left side, caught by Sarek. Evades 1 tackle and is stopped at the 49. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Pickup of 5. It's 3rd and 10. As needing to race off to the field is Carter Turek because he lost his helmet.
And also Heimers at the tackle brings up 3rd and 10. 49-yard line.
Keegan DeYoung also on the sideline now for the Titans. 3rd down and 10. Snap. There was movement early. I don't see a penalty flag out yet. Cam Shaw throws it. It's
down.
There's a timeout on the field for an injured player. Mark Hathel, the left guard for the Yankton Bucks, is the one running off to the far sideline. 1st down and 10 for Yankton from the 38 with 3 minutes and 38 seconds left in the first.
215. He looks all of that. He's a pretty solid guy and has good size and showed a little bit of speed on that play.
Here's the 2nd down and 3. It's a handoff and getting popped was Cirk. Nice hit levied by Sam Wordle. No gain looking, and he will be tackled by the ankles, but a penalty flag is out. This will be a hold against the Yankton Bucks. Now the yardage would make it appears to be a 1st down, so T, of course, will accept the penalty.
Yeah.
Put the football in the right hash at the 4. Here's the 3rd down play. With 13 yards to go, they get T to jump offside for a moment. Now, Scott Fry, the head coach of T area, is down on the sideline here calling for a false start.
It seems like that's the 3rd play in a row where the left side of the T defensive line has gotten a little bit off to a quick start there.
The 3rd down and 18.
3rd and 18 from there.
Clock rolling, 2 minutes, 30 seconds left, first quarter. 7-0 Yankton. Snap, Camshaw back to throw. Steps up, rolling right, takes off. He's going to keep it himself, gets plenty of yardage. Wordle gives him a pop. Shy of the 30-yard line, it will be 4th down.
That was a great play by Wordle to knock him out of bounds without trying to decapitate him, right? You don't want to get a 15-yard penalty in a position like that. Make sure the runner's going out of bounds, but still don't get one of those unnecessary roughness penalties.
About that.
Yeah,
especially with the success that they've had running the football.
Right, you punt it, it goes in the end zone, you gain 10 yards or 12 yards of field position. It's not that big of a risk in that, you don't lose that many yards if you don't.
Moore playing defensive end tonight, 6'4" in his sophomore year. Not putting a whole lot of pressure on his left ankle. Crowd starts to make some noise as it will be 4th down and 4 from the 32. Camshaw rolling to the near side, looking down the field. Crossbody throw is caught. 1st down for Yankton. Tucker Gilmore just brings it in. That was a tough throw, too, from Camshaw.
Absolutely. Right-handed quarterback rolling to your left. The receiver did a great job there of just finding that open hole and sitting in it and waiting for the quarterback to hit him.
2 receivers right. Quickly moving is Yankton. A handoff for Cirk. And there he's bottled up.
Cirk with the carry for the Bucks.
First hit with Tim Hulber, and then Dawson Eimers coming over to help combine on the tackle. Will be 2nd down and 9. Clock is rolling, 1:45 remaining first quarter. Yankton looking to add to the lead, up 7-0. Camshaw back to throw, steps up in the pocket, rolling to the near side, flicks it over again. It's caught again near the 5-yard line and brought in for Tucker Gilmore.
It looks like, if the Titans are not going to blitz their linebackers, their front four is not doing a great job of getting pressure up front. And the receivers are just able to slip open. That's a long time to ask these defensive backs to cover their guys.
1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Camshaw claps his hands together, gives the handoff, kind of an awkward handoff to Cirk. And he's going to be stopped shy of the goal line, but picks up 2.
Carry by Cirk. Brought down by Halder and also number 38, Andrew Ogland.
2nd and goal from the 2.
2nd and goal from the 2-yard line.
Getting close on the clock here, 1:04 and counting. First quarter, Camshaw takes it himself. He's trying to cut to the right side. Thought he had a hole. He's going to pick up a yard. It will be 3rd and goal from the 1.
Yeah, there was a hole there for a second, but the Titans secondary was able to fill that hole really quickly and just stop the ball carrier from advancing it into the end zone.
Easton Nelson has entered the field for Yankton.
That was also an interesting formation for the Bucks right there. They had 3 guys in the backfield, but they were all lined up in front of the quarterback. Now they're in the pistol set.
Nelson is in at quarterback. Puts one in motion in Austin Goebel. He hands it off, and the Titans stop. Cirk with the carry is stopped at the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down. So interesting by design. They bring in the backup quarterback in Easton Nelson for the 1 snap, the 1 play. And now the first quarter will come to a close. Well, it's 4th and goal from the 1 when we return. 1 quarter in the books. It's Yankton 7, T-Area 0 on the T-Area Titans YouTube channel. Main story through the first quarter of play, Yankton has ran 24 plays for 131 yards. T-Area just 7 plays for 3 yards. It will be Yankton knocking on the door. 4th down and goal from the 1-yard line when play resumes here in just a moment. I'm Jerry Palesci, joined by Chad Berger and Andrew Griffin, the on-site producer. The crowd will start making some noise. This is going to be a big down here on what is 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. The offense for Yankton is coming back out onto the field. They've had success running the football in this game. As so far, 63 yards gained on the ground for Yankton. A unique formation with the quarterback, Camshaw, behind everybody. Would imagine he's just going over the top. He takes the snap. He just barrels his way forward, and it is a touchdown for the Yankton Bucks. Well, it's not Philadelphia Eagles-like in terms of what they do with Jalen Hurts, but when you have that many bodies in front of you, I would assume anybody's going to walk into the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, the 7, the 5 offensive linemen, 2 tight ends, and then the 3 running backs were all lined up right behind them. That many bodies pushing ahead, that's pretty easy to get 1 yard.
Trujillo for the point after. Gets the kick up, and this one sails through. 11:57 left in this first half. The new score reads Yankton 14, T-Area 0. And for the Titans, this has been a tough start, to say the least, on the offense and the defensive side. You look at what they've done offensively. I mentioned these 7 plays for a grand total of 3 yards. And you look at what they've done trying to run the football, well, that's the entire story. They have no completed passes through this game. The one attempt that Brenner Conrad even tried, he got sacked. That's been the story for the T offense. But T, on the defensive side, it's just been tough because Yankton is going no huddle, and they are tiring out the Titans.
They are, yeah. And the Titans, they only played about a half last week, right? The starters did. The conditioning is going to come into play here. Yankton runs that up-tempo offense. They're going to try to tire out the Titans, especially up front. You can see it happening here. The Titans' defensive line is not getting much pressure on the Bucks at all.
Trujillo will kick off from left to right. Ethan Viss will be the man back deep. You can sense that the Titans just a little shell-shocked on the way that this game has started. Here's the approach. Trujillo's kick high up in the air. It's short. It's returnable from the 12-yard line. Here comes Ethan Viss. Viss, with room in front of him, needs to break free. He does. He just jolts his way away from one. He turns on the Jets. He's down the near sideline. Ethan Viss is gone. It's a touchdown for the T-Area Titans. "78 yards on the kickoff return for a touchdown, and the Titans are crawling back in."
Jerry, there was a couple just pancake blocks out here. The Buckeyes running down, ran into that front wall, and the Titans were ready for them and just put them on the ground.
This is Carson Hall, a junior kicker for the Titans, who will attempt the point after. High snap. They put it down. Hall's kick is short. Clanks off the front crossbar. Carson Hall, kind of saw that last week a couple of times where the kick did not get off cleanly. But the new score will read Yankton 14, T6. And I'm never going to say it's a bad time to get points on the board, but that defense has to go back onto the field.
Yeah, they do, but I mean,
I'm never going to say it's a bad time to score. But that defense, hopefully, they got a little bit of a break with the quarter break.
As far as from the Titans' perspective, they obviously needed a little spark somewhere, and hopefully, for their sake, that was the spark that they can kind of get them a little fired up here. The defense also, they stiffened up a little bit once the Bucks got the ball down in that 1st and goal position down there. They made them earn that 1-yard touchdown on the last drive. So we'll see if they can come out a little bit rejuvenated after, cutting it back to a one-score game here.
On that kickoff return for a touchdown, Sam Wordle of the Titans was a little shaken up. You can see on the screen he's down on the bottom right-hand side being attended to by the athletic trainers. He is a starting linebacker for the Titans, so we'll have to keep an eye to see if he's able to return. Griffin Wiebinga will kick off for T area.
Griffin's a freshman.
Here is the kick, and it will be a penalty against T. The Wiebinga family continues. Jessen, of course, a senior this year. He's a starting linebacker. Got Griffin, who is also a senior this year.
Griffin's a freshman.
Sorry, Griffin is the freshman.
Garrett is a senior, yep.
Too many G's in the family, too. I get that.
And Garrett's not playing tonight. He's got a little bit dinged up shoulder, so he'll hopefully be back next week for the Titans.
Garrett, Jessen, and Griffin, all members of this T area football team. Yes, the freshman Griffin will kick off. And this attempt from the 35-yard line is a line drive kick. Returnable from the 18-yard line. Doing so is Goebel. Goebel cuts out to the left side, and he's going to take off, and he's going to answer it right back for the Yankton Bucks. He's gone. It's a touchdown. Back-to-back kickoff returns going for scores.
Well, if you came for points, you're getting what you asked for. Oh, my. What are we, about 25 seconds into the second quarter here? We've had 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns in 25 seconds. Might think it's an indoor football game. El Trujillo will attempt the point after. Here is the kick, and it is good. 11:35 left in the second quarter. It's 21-6 Yankton.
Yankton 21, T area 6.
Coming up for the Yankton Bucks after this game tonight. Next week they host Brookings and then turn around and they host the Roosevelt Rough Riders on October 6th. They end their regular season in a trip to Aberdeen Central and then a trip to Huron in the back-to-back weeks. After this, for T, they have back-to-back road trips out west. They will go to Sturgis Brown next week, and then they turn around and go right back and take on Spearfish on October 6th. The home date with Pierre on October. This point, anything can happen. Just taking a look on the near sideline, and Sam Wordle is getting his left ankle taped up. Just directly in front of us. Might try to give it back a go as this game progresses. Well, Trujillo might see what he can do on this kickoff. The last one was short. It was returned from the 22-yard line, or at least started from the 22-yard line. Ethan Viss back deep again. Here's the kick. This one much deeper. Viss will return from the 6-yard line. What will be first down and 10 from the 25.
The Titans are going to have to get some positive movement on this drive. Going back down by 2 scores there. Quite a momentum shift with that kickoff return by Yankton. The Titans need some positive.
Nowhere. This T offensive line getting pushed a little bit backwards by the Yankton defensive line.
Yeah, really impressed with the Bucks up front here. It looks like 70. They got a 60 up there. Couple of those kids, 230 pounds, 240 pounds, some decent size. And
feet in motion. Snap. Option. Flicks it out left side. Riley Zvando with the carry. Out to the 35-yard line, trying to push that pile forward. They will give him forward progress for a first down.
And those are the type of plays that T is going to need to take advantage of. You know, getting their
off right towards the interior, thinking that's where the Titans were running. And it broke open the open left side. Reed in motion. First down and 10 from the 36. Here's a handoff straight up. Keegan DeYoung just lowers his shoulder and gets another first down.
pulling guards behind and hit the hole as quickly as they can.
First and 10 from the 47 of the Titans. Conrad out of the shotgun. 3 down linemen for Yankton. A high snap. And went to hand the football off to Reed. And now there's a fight for the ball with Conrad getting tangled up. And this will be Titan football. There's still a fight in a rugby scrum for the football down on the ground.
Yeah, I don't know if it was simultaneous possession or what, or if Brenner.
It's mine. He would not let go.
But that puts the Titans in a really tough position here.
Second down and a mile.
34-yard line, loss of 13, second and 23 for the Titan offense.
Officials got to take care of their equipment out there before we get started.
Clock rolling. 9 minutes even left to go second quarter. Yes, maybe just a little short, but Riley also fell down.
Right. It was a little short, a little behind him, but yeah, Riley fell down. Even if he would have caught that, you know, it still would have been 3rd and 15, but 3rd and 15 is better than 3rd and 23, so we'll see what the Titans come up with here. I would think they got to get a little bit creative on this play call. You know, you can't just give the ball back to the Bucks at this point.
It's back to him, his second sack of the night, and it's 4th down and long.
Yeah, that's one of the ones, you know, as a former offensive lineman, I just want to tell that left tackle, keep kicking, because, you know, once Francis was able to get around the corner there, he had a straight shot at Conrad, and there's nothing that Brenner could do to avoid that sack.
Titans looked like they had some positive momentum, but now they'll punt the football away. A low snap that actually trickled on the ground for a moment. It's picked up, and now it's booted. And we'll take a roll and down at the 36-yard line.
Punt rolls down the 36-yard line. The Bucks.
Yankton leading 21-6. And they take the football over with 8 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in this first half. Important to note, Yankton will get the football also to start quarter number 3. Luke Camshaw throwing the football has been efficient. He's 8 of 9. As he starts this drive, first down and 10 from the 37. Pitch left side, another carry this time around for Evan Sirk, and Sirk is going to find 6 yards.
Good cutback by Sirk there. The Titans were all in position on the outside, had him ready, you know, in their crosshairs, and they weren't able to bring him in.
And that's Dawson Eimers who will get credited on the stop.
First and 10 Bucks.
And Bucks kind of having their way right now. The offensive play calling is just chewing up yardage.
First down and 10. Another carry for Sirk, this time straight down the gut. And he's going to pick up 9, just shy of the first down marker.
Second and 1, you can do, or second and 2, you can do whatever you want on this play. You know, you can run, you can pass, play action. I mean, there's a lot of different things.
They're going to hand it off again. Sirk will this time get the first down, tackled at the ankles by Eimers.
Carry by Sirk. Picks up a Bucks first.
And Sirk will be spotted at the 22.
Titans are trying to substitute. They're going to get caught with too many guys on the field. Yep.
Should be a penalty that flies out, and it does. Trying to race off the field for the T-area Titans was Svanda. And there is an infraction against the Titans.
Illegal participation to make players on the field are blue at the snap.
Now Scott Fry is having a nice conversation here with the line judge on the near side. Even pats him on the back. I don't know if that conversation ended with I'll just have my guys run more gassers, but
Well, it was interesting how the guy who threw the flag was on the Yankton sideline.
Correct.
And, the guy on this sideline didn't throw the flag, but I'm sure that's probably what the conversation was about.
down the field, fires out of bounds. Great defense from the Titans makes it 2nd and 5.
Brings up a 2nd and 5 from the site 15-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Carter Turek there was chasing him down. A couple guys on the backside were, causing him to roll out. But heads up play there by Kamshoff to just get rid of the ball. Don't try to force something and throw an interception. Live to see the next down.
6 minutes, 46 seconds left in the second quarter. Snap back to Cam Shaw. This time a carry straight down the middle. And this will be close to the first down marker.
Looks like he's a yard short.
Brought down by Ethan Biss, gain of 4, 3rd and 1.
Sedlicek with the carry, a sophomore who stands 5'10", 170 pounds. He is now out. Pitch play on a 3rd and short. Will be another carry for Cirque, and this time he has the first down out to the 10.
Yeah, and once again, Sam Wordle was right there, had him just ready to make the tackle, and then Cirque was able to cut it back in and pick up the first down.
And as a reminder, Wordle's left ankle was heavily taped up here on the near sideline. But he is back in on what is now 1st and goal from the 10. Yankton looking to extend the advantage. Here's a run for Cirque. Got to the 2nd level. He's dangerously close to the goal line. And it's a gain of 9. It will be 2nd and goal from the 1.
Down by Ellingson, 2nd and goal.
Imagine here that they're just going to feed it right back to Cirque. 2nd and goal from the 1. They do. Cirque just tiptoes his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Yankton.
Yeah, it almost looks like a...
And the point after for Trujillo makes this game 28-6 with 5:49 remaining in the second quarter on the T-Area Titans YouTube channel. Another rush, 10 first downs, and they have been efficient in putting the ball into the end zone, to say the least. The Titans, if you're just joining us, their one touchdown in this game came off a kick return from Ethan Viss. Outside of that, the T-Area offense has just 5 total yards. Trujillo to kick, high up in the air. End over end, Viss will take it.
Say, it's Tyreek Hill or something, but, usually a kick returner, you always want to hit that up there, make your one cut, and then find daylight. And Viss was unable to do that on that play.
Titans have 5 minutes and 42 seconds to work with before halftime. They take the football over, 1st down and 10, trailing 28-6. Conrad goes under center. Snap and the give. And nowhere again to go. It's kind of been the story of the decisive night for the Yankton Bucks defensive line. Here's 2nd and 11. Sheldon with 2.5 tackles for a loss, 5 total on the night. Snap. Conrad wants to keep it himself. Waiting for blockers, gets to the 35.
Reminds people around here of a few other quarterbacks that they may have seen. One down at USD a few years ago, Chris Strevler, used to run that very effectively.
You never knew what you were going to get out of Strevler. You still don't. 3rd down and 5 from the 36. Low snap. Conrad back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Fires over the middle. It is broken up, incomplete. What a defensive play for Carson Ness. It's 4th down.
And if Ness doesn't get his hand on that football, that's probably pass interference because he was all over the back of the receiver. But being able to knock it down really just strengthens your case that, hey, I'm playing good defense on this play.
Punting situation. Zvanda to punt. Snap. Here's the kick. It is a line drive kick. Viss is down there. He lets the football go. It rolls inside the 35 and will be down near the 32. To stamp this game in terms of what they have done and take this into the locker room, potentially up maybe 35-6, depending on how things shake out.
Yeah, absolutely. They could potentially get that, back-to-back possessions too, depending on how things go.
Here's a snap and a handoff. Cirque with another carry. Open field tackle made this time by Eimers.
The carry brought down by
Marching band went down to Parker and got second in the Parker marching band competition. Next week, they'll be at Arlington on Thursday. Friday, the marching band will be at Beersford, and Saturday in Laverne. So they've got a busy week ahead of them the next week.
A great performance last week here at homecoming. And video, I believe, is still available on YouTube. If you missed it, you could go back. You can watch it from last week. It's about, 2.5 hours into the live stream, because the first half last week against Douglas, I think, took 2 hours real time to actually complete. But be sure to jump on and check that out, because it was a great performance.
Absolutely. Some really talented kids at T area in all, not just athletics, but all the arts and performing accolades that they have as well.
The Yankton off the left guard was shaken up. Haven't seen him quite return yet, and now this is the left tackle, and Caden Wavronic, who is being helped to the sideline. So as Yankton breaks the huddle, the left side of the offensive line is two backups. Was pulled in for Ness, incomplete. Coverage put on by Christensen.
Yeah, Sam Wordle was coming on that one, was able to put the pressure on. Fortunately for the Titans, made him force the pass a little bit, and he overthrew the receiver.
A big third down ahead for the T-Area Titans defense. It's 3rd and 7 from the 35-yard line. 3 minutes, 34 seconds remaining in the first half. The clock is stopped. Goebel in motion from left to right. Camshaw back to throw.
Another holding penalty on the Yankton offensive line.
Where the flag is, which is at the 27, and that is the change in high school football this year, is that the holding penalties are not from where the penalty takes place. That was on 17 from the 25. Camshaw to throw, pressure coming, gets away, fires on the near sideline, incomplete. Pass is intended for Sheldon. So big stand by the T-Area defense. They'll get the football back here with presumably about 3 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. There's 3:20 right now. Ethan Viss will be back deep to return a punt. Sam Wordle just in front of him.
Yeah, and the big thing for the Titans defensively that time is they were able to get pressure on the quarterback. Don't let Camshaw just sit back there and chuck it around. Make him run around a little bit in that offensive backfield.
Trujillo to punt. High snap. He pulls it down. It's a line drive kick. Taking a roll across midfield and the 40. Continuing to go to the 35. And we'll be down near the 32.
Trujillo punt. Rolls inside Titan territory down to the 32-yard line.
Titans have a chance on offense here with 3 minutes, 7 seconds left to go before halftime. They trail 28-6. Offensively, just 10 total yards.
Yeah, the Bucks weren't able to get their 4-minute offense working. Now can the Titans, milk the clock here, run out the last 3 minutes, and, put some points on the board before the end of the half? That's the question.
Under center is Conrad. Snap, handoff, Reed with the carry. looking to get to the second level, but he doesn't, and a penalty flag flies.
Reed stood up to the line of scrimmage. Flag on the play.
Here's the call.
Personal foul, blue. Shot block. Be a 15-yard penalty.
Chop block.
Yeah, in high school football, Jerry, you can block below the waist as long as the ball and all the players involved are inside of that free blocking zone. But as soon as any of those things leave the free blocking zone or start outside that free blocking zone, then it can't be done. Usually on the personal foul, it's very fortunate for the Titans.
Moves the football back to the 20-yard line. Makes it first down and 22.
Ball back to the 20-yard line. First and 22.
3 minutes, 1 second on the clock here in the second quarter. Now Brady Muth, the head coach of the Yankton Bucks, is also looking for an explanation. Clock is rolling under 3 minutes. Snap, Conrad rolling to the far side, steps, throws, caught by Swanda, and he will be down at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, they got to really work on hitting those receivers in stride so that the receivers can get a little bit of yardage after the catch. Riley was able to bring it in, but immediately went down to the ground. On that
8
one.
yards on the one reception. That's also the first completed pass for Brenner Conrad. Saw the same design of a play on the last drive, which was just thrown a little bit under, and then also Riley falling down to the turf, unable to bring it in, but this time they connect. 2nd and 14 from the 28. The clock is rolling, 2 minutes and 7 seconds, and a delay of game penalty coming in against the Titans.
There's no play clocks here at TE, so the quarterback really needs to keep their eye on that back judge in the back of the defensive backfield. They usually signal, they put a hand up when there's 10 seconds left, and then when there's 5, they count it down like a basketball official. That really falls on the quarterback to keep an eye on that.
2nd down and 19 from the 23. Snap, handoff, down the middle. Be a nice pickup for the Titans.
Timeout, White.
I believe that was
First timeout.
Svanda again on a carry. And it will be 3rd down and 11 with the timeout taken for Yankton with 1:41 left in this second quarter. Yankton, by the way, still has 2 timeouts remaining.
1, 4, 5.
Somebody called last doctor.
Simply won't believe.
Yeah, I
Bucks
think-
trying to get the football back.
I think-
That's the end of the story there.
Yankton wants to put some more points on the board here. They got them in, got T in 3rd and long, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12 situation type here. Hoping that they can get a stop, get a turnover, get the ball back with over a minute left. And with their offense so far tonight, we've seen that they can put points on the board relatively.
Will be 3rd and 11. See what the Titans dial up on what is 3rd down and 11 from the 31-yard line. Conrad, ball was on the ground for a moment. He picks it up, and he is just bullied down to the 20-yard line. What a tackle for Bryce Crawl. And now another timeout will be taken for Yankton with 1:38.
Get a short field. Riley hasn't been, booting the ball too high and far so far this game. They've been kind of those lower end-over-end kicks that roll down the field. And so they haven't, had a chance to set up returns anyways. I would just go for the block if I'm Coach Muth here.
Riley. standing back at his own 8-yard line. Yankton has everybody up near that line. Snap, here's the kick. It's high up in the air. Trailing, takes a bounce right at midfield. Running up to get the football is Zarbach, and he will be stopped at the 45-yard line. But the Bucks have 90 seconds.
The ball was kicked, and they were able to get a return. You know, Yankton just has to go 46 yards here to get that touchdown before half.
First and 10 Bucks from the Titans, 46.
Cam Shaw throwing the football, 9 of 13 for 90 yards. Snap back on this first down and 10. Fires left. It's incomplete. Broken up by Viss with target for Tucker Gilmore.
Incomplete. Broken up by number 30, Ethan Viss.
Looks like he might have had his wheel route on the bottom side here, down the sideline if he wanted it, but went up top to the receiver, and good coverage by Ethan Viss on that one.
Second down and 10. Cam Shaw 2-by-2 on the receivers. They get T to jump.
That ball, offside, blue. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Play, second down.
That movement up front, Colton Duffy, who is filling in on that defensive line, jumps off sides, makes it second down and 5.
Yeah, those defenders can't be listening to claps or snap counts or any of that stuff. They got to watch the ball.
Cam Shaw to throw, pressure coming, just dumps it off. It's brought in by Cirk, and Cirk will just waltz his way out of bounds. Picks up about a yard. If that, it's third down.
40-yard line, 1-yard gain. Brings up third and 4.
This is a big down right here for the Titans.
Third down, 4 yards to go. Cam Shaw to throw. Looking down the field, pressure coming, rolling to the near side, fires. It is caught down inside the 10-yard line, sliding on the turf near the 6. It is Peyton Peterson, left wide open down the field.
Yeah, and there were actually 2 Buck receivers there. The one in front jumped like he was going to get it, and the other one it came down right in his lap.
First and goal from the 8. Handoff, Cirk. And Cirk will be stopped shy of the 5.
Carry by Cirk.
Keegan DeYoung and company for the Titans in. But that also starts the clock here, too. So now Yankton juggling what is a second and goal from the 6, but also using some clock with 35 seconds and counting left before halftime. Here's a throw. It is up in the air, incomplete. Looking for Gilmore off his fingertips as he was lined up with Ethan Viss.
Trying to throw that, back shoulder fade type of route there, and Viss did a good job of getting his hands on the receiver, but not, holding or tugging, and it makes it really difficult for that receiver when that ball is thrown so hard to the outside.
30 seconds left, second quarter, clock stop, third down and goal from the 6-yard line. Cam Shaw calls for it. He's going to go this side. It is bobbled, incomplete, intended for Ness. Carter Christensen lined up at corner that time, breaks it up.
Brings up fourth and goal, ball to 5-yard line.
Looks like the field goal team is coming in.
Trujillo in to attempt a 23-yard field goal.
Yeah, 22-yard attempt. As the kick is blocked.
That should be a live ball.
Shooting up was Brock Ellingson and Keegan DeYoung.
Why did the official blow that dead? That should be a live ball.
Oh, there's a penalty flag that's also out.
Okay.
Well.
Now we have to distance to the goal, and we'll redo the try. Field goal. Fourth down over. We'll play fourth down over.
Okay, so we'll stay fourth down. Just called a personal foul.
Penalty moves the ball for the 3.
It's half the distance.
Yeah. 20-yard attempt for Trujillo.
I don't know.
So now Trujillo will kick from the 10-yard line, making it a 20-yard field goal. Here's the ball. It's down on the ground. And kick from Trujillo is up and good.
Field goal by Trujillo is good.
16 seconds. All that's left here in the second quarter. It's 31-6 Yankton. A half that has been dominated by the Yankton Bucks, to say the least. On the offensive side, the defensive side, everything has gone their way. 228 offensive yards compared to just 19 for the Titans.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think that possession is going to be a key possession in, how we go here the rest of the game.
Trujillo will kick off. He will do so from the left hash.
And they got Jerry's playlist. They're playing over the loudspeakers here.
Here's the kick. Trujillo boots it up in the air. This one is fading towards the far sideline. It is kicked out of bounds.
And that's not the worst thing in the world for Yankton. It goes out to the 35-yard line. But, you're not letting T get that momentum by potentially returning the kick like we saw Vis do earlier tonight.
White. Blue will take the ball at the 35.
In the second quarter. Titans first down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Conrad fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, finds a seam to the 40-yard line, stopped at the 41, but the clock will roll, and that should bring us to halftime.
Keeper by Conrad, brought down by number 31, Donald Rounds, gain of 6.
And it will.
That's up 2nd and 4 at the end of the second quarter.
Halftime here from Titan Stadium. It's the Yankton Bucks all over the T-Area Titans. Halftime here at T-Area High School. I'm Jerry Palesci, joined by Chad Berger, in a half that was dominated by the Yankton Bucks, 31-6. Your halftime score. Let's get you some of the stats from this lopsided affair so far. The Yankton Bucks, 43 offensive plays for 228 yards. For the T-Area Titans, just 21 offensive plays for 25 yards. Yankton led by Luke Camshaw, the quarterback, going 11 of 18 passing for 124 yards. Rushing the football, Evan Sirk, 18 carries for 64 yards and 2 touchdowns. Camshaw, the quarterback, also with a quarterback keeper for a touchdown. He has 6 carries for 36 yards. Receiving the football, Sirk with 3 catches for 28. Svanda with the catch for 8. Svanda running the football, 4 attempts for 16 yards. He's the team leader. Keegan DeYoung with 3 carries for 15. Tyler Reed, 5 carries, 1 yard. Leading the way in terms of total defense, Matthew Sheldon for the Yankton Bucks has 8 total tackles, 2.5 have been for a loss. Bryce Krall with 4 total tackles, 1.5 for a loss, 1 sack. Donald Rounds with 3 tackles, and then Francis Inveld with 2 tackles for a loss, 2 sacks in the game. Titans, Dawson Eimers with 9 total tackles, 5 for Ethan Viss and Sam Wordle. Carter Turek with 4 tackles. Everything started in Yankton's direction, and it capped off with an 11-play, 66-yard drive that made it 7-0 off an Evan Sirk touchdown. Camshaw with a quarterback keeper on a 13-play, 51-yard drive that took 4 minutes and 44 seconds off the clock, made it 14-0. Kickoff return for a touchdown for Ethan Viss and the T-Area Titans. That's the only points that the Titans have scored in this one. Made it 14-6. T looked like they were right back in it until the moment that the ball was kicked off again, because the kickoff for Griffin Wiebenga was returned by Austin Goebel for a touchdown. 21-6 the score at the mark. Evan Sirk with yet another rushing touchdown. A 9-play, 63-yard drive, making it 28-6. And then right towards the end of the first half, it is Trujillo with a 20-yard field goal to get us to where it is now, 31-6. The score at the half. Are just tiring out this T-Area Titans defense. They're holding on to the ball for a while, but they're playing an up-tempo pace, and it's adding up.
Absolutely, and the Titans defenders, they're trying to sub to get fresh bodies in there, but like you mentioned, with the Bucks playing that up-tempo pace, they're not able to get bodies in and out to replace those guys. T-Area is just wearing down up front.
It is Yankton 31, T-Area 6. We'll step aside for halftime. We'll come back in about roughly 12 minutes, and we'll get you set up for the start of the third quarter. Thanks for joining us here tonight on the T-Area Titans YouTube channel.
you doing? Good.
And a good evening and welcome back to Titan Stadium as we're at the half. It is Yankton 31, T Area 6. I'm Jerry Paleshi, joined by Chad Berger. Andrew Griffin, the USD Hall of Famer, joining us in the booth as the production manager here tonight. Great experience, by the way, and you can go to goyotes.com to find out more about Mr. Griffin over here. You got to be bragging to the students about it. I would if I was you. Let's get you some of the halftime scores from around the area. Of course, this was an early kickoff tonight due to inclement weather, as this game was scheduled to start at 7 p.m. Instead moved up to a 5 p.m. I'm sure Mitchell right now, and this is not in any form of a slight towards them, but I'm sure that they're happy that they have a 5 o'clock kickoff tonight. They are losing to Jefferson 56-0 at Howard Wood Field. Harrisburg on top of Roosevelt 7-0. Sturgis Brown is hosting St. Thomas More. Brookings is hosting Douglas. And Spearfish is hosting Belfouche. In Class 11A, Dakota Valley has defeated Madison 12-7. Low-scoring affair out at Trojan Field. Canton on top of West Central 14-6. That at the half. And Sioux Falls Christian with a 14-7 lead over Chamberlain. Some of the other games in Class 11A still to come. Custer is hosting Vermilion. Millbank is hosting Del Rapids tonight. Beersford hosting Lennox. And Lakota Tech is playing host to Rapid City Christian. Class 11B this evening. Wagner on top of Scotland Menno, 30-0. That at the end of the first half. 21-6 lead for Parker over Baltic. And Elk Point Jefferson with a 35-0 lead over Flandreau at the half. Tri-Valley picked up a 17-0 win over Mount Vernon Plankinton. Those are the scores that are currently going on. A lot of other games still yet to come here tonight across South Dakota. I will give a shout-out, not a paid advertisement, I promise, for South Dakota Score Feed on your phone. It is a fantastic app that was developed a couple of years ago that gives you real-time scores from across the state and links to watch every game. It's really great what they did with this app. It's SD Score Feed. Search it today on iPhone and on Google. Chad, 31-6. It's been a long time, I believe, since the Titans have faced a deficit like this at halftime.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about it a little bit off the air, but yeah, we kind of have to go back to the 2019 matchup against Pierre. I didn't know what the halftime score was, but that was probably a similar type deficit. And before that, back to the 2016, 2017 type era, some of those games against Madison and the speed that they had back in that day.
Last week, the T-Area offense scored 66 points in the win against Douglas that tied for a team record with a game they played at Baltic back in 2006, almost getting a new school record in total points scored. I don't have what would be the points allowed at halftime stat book. Pete Roberts does a fantastic job with our stats here at T-Area High School. I'm sure if I go and ask him, he might have a general idea. But it is something that T has not faced in quite a long time, a deficit at halftime that is currently situated the way that it is right now, 31-6. By the way, these two teams, only the third time that they have played, and T-Area holds the record 2-0. Of course, last year, the 10-point win, 38-28, that in Yankton. So the Titans went into the locker room, and they will come out, and they will have to put their defense and kick. It will be Ness to take it from the 15-yard line. He fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, stiff arms a man to the 30-yard line, and a second one out to the 40. He breaks free to the 45-yard line, where finally Svanda tackles him down to the turf, and now Svanda is coming to the sideline with a little bit of a limp.
Yeah, what a return. They had the fake handoff action in the far back end of that. Kind of fooled the Titans a little bit. They didn't know who had the ball. And then a couple nice stiff arms there by the returner along the sideline. of the Titans.
The Yankton Bucks in the first half of play had 228 offensive yards. They have it first down and 10 from the 46-yard line. Cirk with the carry, stood up by Wordle, a pickup of a yard at the most. Getting a little chippy inside with Matthew Sheldon giving a little push to Sam Wordle.
Tackled by Wardell and Weavinga.
You know, Sam Wordle's one of those guys, state wrestling champ, he's just a great athlete. I don't know if I'd mess around with him.
Just had his back and caught, incomplete. No, it's dropped at the end. Hold on. We'll wait for the call. They're calling it a catch. It is a completed catch to the 39-yard line, and Scott Fry and company are trying to figure out exactly why.
Well, the Titans need to move on. You know, Yankton's up at the line of scrimmage ready to run another play.
First and 10 from the 39-yard line. Play action. Camshaw fires right. It's caught and brought in. It's Gilmore. Gilmore trying to cut the near sideline. Brought down by Ellingson. It's first and goal.
For the Titans, number 9, Brock Ellingson. First down.
You know, I was going to mention the Titans' defensive line came out on that first play and got tremendous pressure, forcing Camshaw to roll out to his left, but he was able to hit the receiver over there on the sideline.
Camshaw calls for it. It's a handoff as Cirk with the carry on a first and goal, trying to get an extra push to the goal line. He stopped. Not going to get it. Titans right over with a nice tackle for Jacob Youngye.
Loss of 2, back to the 3, third and goal.
Youngye, the starting guard for the Titans on offense, mixing in on the defensive line. Third and goal from the 3 after the loss of 2. Camshaw back to throw. Comes to the near side, looking for a receiver in the end zone. It's caught. It's a touchdown inside for Austin Goebel. I could not see from my vantage point, and it's not going to matter because it's a called touchdown, if Camshaw was near the line of scrimmage on the throw, because he was dangerously close to it, but it's not going to matter anyway. The touchdown is there. Goebel with the reception.
You the extra point.
And the quieted T-area crowd watching on as the kick is blocked.
Extra point is then blocked.
Extra point was blocked by Keegan DeYoung. Not something that they are accustomed to, especially over the last couple of years, trailing 37-6 here in the third.
Yeah, Jerry. I mean, this is one of those things. I think they had high expectations going into this game. Things kind of started rolling against them there in the first quarter, and just not able to overcome the momentum. Yankton just has everything going for them right now in this game.
10:03 remaining here in the third, 37-6. Yankton will come out. Will kick off from left to right on another drive that just goes straight down the field for that touchdown. 6 plays, 54 yards. Just under 2 minutes taken off the clock, 1:57. Couple of what you might say bad breaks for the T-area Titans on the defensive side that time around. Catch that was called on the far side to the 39, and the Titans did not do that.
That's football.
Here's Viss, returning from the 10-yard line. He has a touchdown on a kick return in this game. Gets out to the 25, penalty flag flies.
I wonder if we're going to have a block below the waist here, maybe?
Returned by Viss, brought down.
I saw some legs go flying up in the air at some point there.
At the end of the play.
Looks like he did signal block below the waist there, so.
And you stay perfect tonight on your penalty calls.
Well, unfortunately, yeah. I mean, I wish I didn't have to notice these things, but. It's going to put the Titans way back around their 12, 11-yard line-ish.
Ball over, trailing 37-6. Here's a handoff, getting the carry this time around for the Titans and kind of pushing forward is Cole McKinney. McKinney had a really good game last week against Douglas.
Tackled by number 70, Morrow.
Picked up the first down. The offensive line was kind of driving the pile there at the end of the play and got him across the sticks.
McKinney, throughout this season,
Gain of 11.
comes in with 109 yards and 2 touchdowns, and, well, all of that work was pretty much done last week against the Patriots. First down and 10 from the 22. Penalty flag flies. It's called against Yankton. So offsides against the Bucks. Tim Halber is the wide receiver off on the left side. Conrad under center, and a penalty flag flies. Based on the reaction of the T area sideline, it's going against Yankton.
You're sounding like a broken record here, Jerry.
I feel like a broken record.
Encroachment on the defense. That'll move the ball to the 32-yard line.
Well, the Titans will pick up their 4th first down of the game, and they will do so on back-to-back penalties.
The umpire talking to the defensive line of the Bucks, trying to tell them, hey, you cannot line up across the ball. That's going to be called every single time. Now the defensive end checking with the outside official to see if he's onside.
1st and 10 from the 32. Conrad under center. Wants to pass, over the middle, incomplete. Oh, through the hands of Ellingson.
Incomplete.
It was there, but unable to connect.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Ellingson was able to get his fingertips on it. A lot of play action stuff going on in the backfield. The linebackers were sucked up a little bit. Ellingson snuck in.
Option play. Here's a flick, and trying to find some room is Viss.
Pitch to Viss on the
Viss
outside.
will pick up a nice gain.
31 down the rounds.
It'll be 3rd down and 3.
5 brings up 3rd and 5.
Actual down marker was moving closer to the 40.
Yeah, optimism over there on that side. But, the referee over here had it spotted at the 38-7, I believe. Yeah.
Conrad calls for it. Hands it off. DeYoung with a nice carry, nice room, and is wrestled down, and a face mask penalty is a face mask penalty against Edley Amaro.
Yeah, and that one was clear as day. There was actually 2 flags out for that penalty. A couple different officials saw that one. Not going to get away with that one in this game.
It's a 15-yard penalty.
Personal foul, face mask on the Bucks. After the first down, move the ball
To the 40-yard line, first down and 10.
down to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Titans.
Under a cloudy sky here at Titan Stadium. Conrad will go under center. Play action. Looks right. Goes that direction, finds Viss. First down and more. Stop near the 22.
Ethan Viss, first down by the Titans, brought down by Rounds.
Well, as they usually say, Chad, too, you cannot make up a deficit trailing 37-6 in one play. So what we're seeing right now from the Titans on offense is kind of exactly what you want them to do. Just get down the field, get some points on the board, get some momentum behind you.
Yeah, positive yardage here, positive plays, a couple pass completions. We've seen some good runs from the Titans this drive.
1st and 10 from the 24 officially. Conrad hands it off. A strong run from Viss inside the 20-yard line to the 19.
The left side of the line, brought down by number 8, Bryce Crawl for the Bucks. Gain of 5.
I wonder how
2nd down 5.
I wonder how tired Brenner gets running back and forth to the sideline every single play to get those play calls from the offensive staff.
Always find it interesting, too, of how teams have evolved how they get their play calls in. For T and Scott Fry and Craig Clayberg, Brent DeBoer, all through that coaching line, it's been the same all the way through. Here's a handoff. Nice run this time around on the carry and breaking free, going to the end zone. It's a touchdown for T area. On the carry is Cole McKinney. McKinney goes 19 yards for the score. It's 37-12.
Little bit of misdirection there, but a huge hole on the right side of that offensive line. Once McKinney broke through there was really no one in the Bucs secondary that was waiting to tackle him. Looks like the Titans are going to go for 2 here.
They missed their last point after attempt from Carson Hall. Titans will have DeYoung behind Conrad. McKinney off to the left. The snap, the give, and the barrel ahead for Keegan DeYoung. 2-point conversion is good. 6:40 remaining in the third quarter. It's Yankton 37, T14 on the T-Area Titans YouTube channel. A 7-play drive that goes 89 yards, taking 3 minutes and 23 seconds off the clock. Titans go on their first offensive drive for a touchdown. And it is Cole McKinney going in from 19 yards out. The 2-point conversion for Keegan DeYoung, good. 37-14, 6 minutes, 40 seconds left in this third quarter. Thanks for joining us here tonight on the T-Area Titans YouTube channel. The Titans going onside kick. They may get the ball back. I think they do. They caught Yankton sleeping, and it will be Titan football. Now, the only question was the ball touched prior to the 50-yard line? It is Titan football.
Yeah, and there's a Buck frontline guy that got injured on the play too. That's one of those tough ones, Jerry, where the Titans really have nothing to lose at this point. You got to score more points, and you can't really control how you score the points if the other team has the ball. So Titans just said, hey, we're going to try to get it back. Did the onside kick. The officials have to be in position to make that call. That's why they line up the way they do on those kickoffs. That's their mechanics. And
ball was recovered by Blue. Will be first and 10. Then we have injury timeout.
They're giving the Titans the ball. Yep.
The T-Area football from the 48-yard line of Bucs territory. An opportunity here for the Titans.
I've got a couple other T-Area scores from earlier in the week if you want to hear those. Monday night, the freshman team defeated Mitchell 38-14 here at Titan Stadium. On Tuesday, the 8th grade Titans defeated Patrick Henry 46-0 in the A game, 13-0 in the B game. The 7th graders defeated Patrick Henry 39-0 in the A game and 26-0 in the B game. So held Patrick Henry scoreless on Tuesday night. So Titans had a pretty successful week in the lower levels.
Be exciting to watch them progress their football careers as they make their way towards varsity. First down and 10 from the 48-yard line of Yankton. 6 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter. Conrad goes under center. Had success running the football on the last drive. Play action. Conrad steps up, slips away from one, pressure coming, and he's brought down to the turf at the 46-yard line. They finally get over on the tackle for Donald Rounds.
And that's a tough one for Brenner. He really wants to make a play there. But, when that defender has both arms wrapped around you, you can't really risk throwing one up and getting it picked off or fumbling the ball at this point in the game.
Donald Rounds is listed as a defensive end. He is a senior that stands 5'10", 170 pounds. You don't see too many of those. Second down, 17 yards to go from the 45. Conrad keeps it himself straight down the middle, has some room, lowers his shoulder, gets to the 45-yard line. 10-yard pickup for Brenner Conrad. It's third and manageable.
Back into Bucks territory, 10-yard gain, 3rd and 7.
Titans obviously saw something they like in that trips formation where maybe the linebackers split out a little bit and leave a little bit of room up the middle, and Conrad was able to take advantage of that.
Here comes the 3rd and 7 from the 45. Clock rolling, 5 minutes, 18 seconds and counting, third quarter. Two receivers set on the left side, two tailbacks. The quarterback and Brenner Conrad standing out of the shotgun. He fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, cuts to the right side, has a first down to the 35-yard line.
Keeper off to the right side by Conrad. Picks up a Titan.
Brenner Conrad
Brought down by Infeld.
gets the first down, and the Titans continue to march down the field.
Up the Titans.
Yeah, and Brenner has to run all the way over to the sideline to get the play after that one again.
We're kind of talking about the signals. Yankton, I don't know how much you could see on the video stream, but they use a nice little sign in which they keep flipping numbers to get their play calls in. Titans go old school. We've seen a couple of teams that might even use some different images. That's always fun. Here's a handoff for Keegan DeYoung. Spins his way from a tackle, props his way to a first down, and gets on the numbers out to the 20. Titans are rolling.
Yeah, the offensive line for T-Area just looks like a completely different unit here in the second half. In the first half, they couldn't stop the Yankton defensive front. Now they're pushing them back, creating huge holes up front.
It's first down and 10 from the Yankton 21. Conrad calls for it. Puts it into the gut of DeYoung, slashing to the left side. Open field tackle made for Donald Rounds.
Carried by DeYoung.
That is a great tackle made by Rounds.
Line of scrimmage by Rounds.
No gain, second and 10.
Yeah, it's almost like he got left unblocked, and DeYoung just tried to go one-on-one with him, and Rounds made him pay for that one.
Clock continuing to roll. 3:35 left, third quarter. Viss and Ellingson will be the two receivers off on the right side. McKinney, the tailback. Hulbert, the receiver, left. Conrad hands it off. McKinney with the carry is just trying to sprint his way forward. And he's going to pick up a nice chunk of yards out to the 16.
By Crawl for the Bucks. Gain of 3, brings up 3rd and 7.
Well, T's, getting positive yards, eating up a lot of clock, though, while doing it. Still a 3-score game right now. Need to get 1 score, as you mentioned earlier, before you can get 3, but continuing to take advantage of the Bucks and get those short yardage pickups.
Titan fans making some noise, trying to will their offense out on this third down, and a penalty flag flies. I believe Keegan DeYoung may have taken off just a hair early.
That's pretty unfortunate for the Titans, too. 3rd and 7 now becomes 3rd and 12. That's a little bit more difficult for them to pick up. The plays we've seen, the passing attack, maybe doesn't have the 12-yard routes in it. We'll have to see what they go to here.
Makes it third down.
Did they decline it?
They must have. The ball is not moved. They have the ball at the 18-yard line. All right, Conrad back to throw. Steps up and flops it. It's a touchdown on the near side. Ethan Viss. And the Yankton Bucks on the far side are asking for a penalty flag, saying that Conrad was over the line of scrimmage, and they get the referee to throw the flag. Oh, the ET crowd is not going to be happy about this. Thought the throw did come a little late, I'm not going to lie.
I'm not going to say anything, Jerry. I don't want to get fined. I
No.
don't know if they fine announcers.
I don't know if they fine, but I always just say I like to just call it like I see it. Just like I did for Yankton down over here. I thought maybe that Kampshoff was over the line of scrimmage. They didn't see it that way.
You're fair and balanced.
I'm very much so. Approach it that way. 4th down and 16.
Yeah, the unfortunate part is that's a loss of down on that one. So now it's 4th.
The 27-yard line.
And a long way to go.
4th and 16.
Viss in the slot to the right. Ellingson, the wide receiver on the right side. Halber to the left. DeYoung lined up next to Conrad. Snap. Conrad rolling that way. He's going to take a shot to the end zone. It will be a jump ball. Ellingson tangled up, incomplete with Ness. Will be a turnover on downs.
Conrad pass intended for Ellingson, incomplete. Titans will turn over the ball on downs.
We have an injured player on the field for Yankton.
Time, injury timeout.
And the little bit of momentum here for T, you could just feel the air has just been kind of sucked out of Titan Stadium.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Titans have to move on. You know, obviously you can't go back and change what happened. Whether Brenner was across the line of scrimmage or not, that's the way they called it, and so Titans have to live with those results. Jerry, tomorrow the T area volleyball team is going to be at the Sanford Pentagon. They got 3 games in the day, starting in the morning. They're going to play against Arlington, Rapid City Christian, and Sioux Valley. So it should be an interesting, fun, full day of volleyball tomorrow at the Sanford Pentagon.
You can catch them back at home next Thursday night against Canton.
I know in the freshman level, the Titans are going to play at Yankton on Thursday evening. So if you're watching this and you want to go down and check out some freshman football next Thursday afternoon at Yankton.
Edley Amaro, the injured player for Yankton. He's been all over the field defensively. Tonight looked like may have just had a little bit of a cramp. He's on the sideline just stretching it out at this point. Two minutes, 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Yankton takes the football over, 1st down and 10. The ball marked at the 27. Here's the snap. Kamshaw went right, cuts left, 1st down across the 40-yard line.
Keeper by Kampshaw brought down after
A little
first
speed
down
option there by
13
Yankton.
Dawson.
Wanted to run it to the right, but found a little cutback lane on the left side and was able to pick up the 1st down.
1st down and 10. Quickly moving are the Bucks to carry up the middle. Cirk with the carry, picks up a couple of yards.
Cirk up the middle, brought down by 62, Charlie Leslie for the Titans. Gain of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bucks' own 48-yard line.
Titans putting a few new defensive linemen in there, trying to keep them fresh a little bit.
2nd down and 6 from the 48. Kampshoff calls forward, hands it off again. This time, the Titans get back there. Andrew Oplin with the tackle. Makes it 3rd down and 9. Loss of 3.
Gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 9.
Yeah, great explosive play there by Opland to get in the backfield. Just about got to the ball carrier at the same time that he got the ball right there.
They don't get it. It will be 4th down.
Yeah, it looks like Opland maybe found something that he can key on. He was in the backfield really quickly on that play as well.
Ethan Viss, the man that's back deep for the Titans. Here's the kick. Trujillo's kick up in the air. Viss calls for a fair catch and then lets it go. Takes a Titan bounce back across the 15-yard line. He's stopped near the 18.
Trujillo's punt down by Reardon inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Flag at the end of the play.
How many penalties is that this quarter, Jerry?
Feels like a lot.
Never mind, no penalty.
Well, you bring up the penalties anyway, so let's talk about them. 9 penalties in the game for 69 yards, 6 penalties against Yankton for 50 yards.
Their own 18-yard line.
Of course, that doesn't count the couple that have been declined.
Right, and 9 plus 6, that's 15. That's a lot of flags on the field out here tonight.
1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. A lot of time on the referee microphone as well. It's a handoff given off the right side. McKinney with a carry is stood up. Brought down by Gilmore. McKinney's still going to pick up 3. Scott Andall, the official here tonight, he's had to talk on that microphone quite a bit. And then it wasn't working there for a moment.
Yeah. It's almost like the Hockey-Lees, like Ed Hockey-Lee and Sean Hockey-Lee, the NFL officials. They really like the mic time out there. And Scott's getting some of that here tonight.
2nd down and 5 from the 23, but the quarter will expire. 3 quarters in the books from Titan Stadium. The 4th quarter on the way next. It's Yankton 37, T-Area 14. Titans with the football when we're back on the T-Area Titans YouTube channel. Back here at Titan Stadium, start of the 4th quarter. I'm Jerry Pileshi, joined by Chad Berger. Thanks for joining us tonight on the T-Area Titans YouTube channel. Titans 37 plays, 125 offensive yards, and pretty much all of that has come in the 3rd quarter. They have the football 2nd down and 5 to start the 4th. Yankton tonight, 53 offensive plays through 3 quarters for 300 yards even. Titans will go with Conrad under center. Snap, handoff, DeYoung trying to cut to the right side, and he's met. A swath of Bucks. I'm around for Yankton, about 6.
Okay.
3rd down and 4 from the 24. Viss in motion. They fake the handoff to him. Conrad goes up the middle, pushing the pile forward, and gets the 1st down to the 30.
By Conrad, brought down by Beal.
37-14. Just continues to run with 11 minutes left. Long way to go for the Titans, but got to try to find something fast. DeYoung on the carry, pickup of a yard.
Handoff Keegan DeYoung up the middle. 1 yard gain.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a called dive, but maybe could have pulled that one. It looked like the defensive tackle there was all over DeYoung as soon as he got that ball. Titans aren't really showing a whole lot of sense of urgency here either, Jerry.
Not at all. Second down, 9 yards to go from the 31. The clock is now at 10:15. Letting almost the full 40 go off the clock in between. Conrad to throw. Down the middle, it's a jump ball. It's caught by DeYoung. He just steps over a defender. Now he's going to take off. He's got pressure coming from behind. He's tackled down to the ground by Tucker Gilmore. A big play on the game for Keegan DeYoung out to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that was Keegan DeYoung playing 500, right? You know, when you're a kid, the quarterback just throws it up, and DeYoung just went up and got it. He wanted that one more than the defender did at that point.
Gets a couple of taps on the helmet, so he comes to the sideline for a breather. First down and 10 from the 15. Here's a carry for Conrad. And Conrad will get some help out to the 10. Another pickup of 5. He's had some success on those 5-yard gains.
Yeah, really driving the pile there. Big body, 215, 220 pounds, Brenner Conrad. Depending on, you know, which program you look at, he can move the pile a little bit when he needs to.
He's also 6'3" or 6'4", depending on the day. Second down and 5 from the 10. Conrad option play, gives it off. It's McKinney on the carry, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds, short of the goal line, but good for a first down. McKinney has been a bit of a spark here in the second half for the Titans.
Absolutely, yeah. Good speed on the outside there by McKinney. Great job by Conrad to pitch that out. It looked like he had a guy, you know, almost yanking him down to the ground, and he was able to get that pitch off to McKinney, setting up the 1st and goal.
Tyler Reed coming back out on the field. He replaces McKinney. Conrad will go in the huddle on 1st and goal from the 2. Clock is stopped at 8:55 remaining in the game. Conrad calls for it, hands it off, up the middle, and touchdown Titans. A nice carry on the inside, and it will be Wiebinga who goes into the end zone playing that fullback position. The Titans look like they will go for 2 again. So here comes Conrad. Going to cut the deficit down to 15. Goes to throw. Fires. Open was Viss, but he dropped it. 17-point lead for Yankton, 37-20 with 8 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter on the lineup for T to go for 2. As they were trailing by 17 after that touchdown. You kick potentially a point after, you get it to 16, then you're looking at 2 possessions, of course, with 2 2-point conversions, but it said now it's a 3-possession game.
Yeah, and maybe coach was just thinking, hey, we're going to need the 2-point conversions at some point anyways. It might as well go for it now and see if we get it. If not.
By Carson Conway, and Yankton will have it 1st down and 10.
Bucks will take over their own 39-yard line, 1st and 10.
Scott Fry trying to fire up the troops on the near sideline, clapping his hands together. Defense needing a stop. Yankton has played a very efficient game Here tonight, they have 300 yards of total offense. Penalties, just 6 for 50 yards. And their quarterback, and Luke Kamshoff, throwing the football tonight, 14 of 22 for a touch.
Receivers in those, in the openings in the zone, done a great job of running the football tonight. Very impressed with the Yankton Buck offense.
He's second down and 8 from the 41. The clock rolling, 8:15 remaining. Kamshoff rolling to the far side of the field. Gives it off. It's incomplete. That's broken up by Sam Wordle.
Kempshaw intended for Peterson. Incomplete.
Griffin, I'm going to see if I can get you to zoom in at the 30-yard line. And just to give the crowd an idea, we've talked about the signal calls. This is how Yankton does it. So instead of having their quarterback run to the far sideline and then run back, they instead have a nice sign that you can kind of see on the video screen. It says 55 on it. That's how they give their play call in. Third down and 8 from the 41. Kamshaw back to throw. And incomplete. Targeted Gilmore, but he was covered by.
Forced the Bucks to punt.
Seen some weird things even this year with high school football as T will look to get this football back. This is the only man that's back. Usually he has Sam Wordle in front of him. They go for the block instead of line drive kick. Takes a bounce at the 30-yard line, rolling just shy of the 20. So it'll be marked near the 21. The game that T played against Huron earlier this year to actually start the season, the Titans were up 27-0. Huron stormed back. T still hung on 27-26. So anything is possible. Weird things happen.
This isn't the last one.
Conrad off the snap, option play, gives it off. It's Reed with the carry, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, stretching forward for a pickup of a yard.
Brought down by Amaro.
He's second down,
Brings up second and 8.
And now that
and they're going to give it 2 yards, so second and 8.
clock continues to run.
But a clash that takes place. Matthew Sheldon just lowering a shoulder. But a nice carry for McKinney that's going to set up a 3rd and short. You can feel the contact of that hit all the way up here in the press box.
Well, when one guy's going full speed and the other guy meets him, it's going to be a hard hit.
Call a penalty. The fans want it. Not happening. Instead, it's a handoff to DeYoung. Gets to the second level, first down. And he's out to the 39.
DeYoung crosses the 5-yard line. 1st and 10 Titans. Brought down by Rounds. Gain of 9. Ball.
Now the clock runs. Yep.
Titan crowd getting a little restless here, wanting the team to hurry up to the line of scrimmage. .44.
Conrad brought down by Gilmore. Gain of 6. Ball to the 44-yard line. 2nd and 4 for the Titans.
This is the hardest part about this offense, is that they don't get multiple plays in. It's one play, check back at the... Over the top to Tyler Reed. They will go for 2.
Yeah, hit him right in stride. Reed was able to sneak behind the secondary somehow, and great pass by Conrad.
Snap on the 2-point conversion. Handoff up the middle. McKinney carry. No good. Oh, he was so close to the goal line.
2-point attempt by the Titans. No good. 5:23 to go. Yankton 37, Tyrion 26. We have a late flag after the play.
So they're calling unsportsmanlike conduct, but they're
pointing at Yankton,
signaling against Yankton.
This is where we could use that ref mic.
You might have it here. So they still signaled it against Yankton, but I could hear him from up here that he did say on blue. So they're going to enforce it off the kickoff, but the score will remain 37-26.
I think he motioned that it was going to be offsetting penalties. They might have had one on each side on that one. On what's going on, or to hear what's going on.
I think the T area coaching staff on the near sideline is having just as much difficulty, Chad. Well, T will kick off from the 25-yard line.
We begin the kickoff for the Titans.
Trailing by 11.
Returners won't be able to get up and recover that before the Titans can get down there and get on that ball. So that's the option. The disadvantage with that is you're kicking it off to the side. There is an opportunity that it could go out of bounds like that.
That is also the third. First down and 10. Kamshoff out of the gun. Gives the handoff to Evan Sirk and a penalty.
Usually where that one was thrown, that's either a holding penalty or, you know, the point when it was thrown, it's going to be a face mask on the defense. 5-yard face mask, though.
Puts the ball at the 42. Yankton will just let the clock roll down. So they're looking for their 4th victory of the season. He's there and still pushing the pile forward. Be shy of the 40-yard line for Sirk. So they get a yard out of the 2 needed. It's 2nd and 1.
Yeah, the Titans really read that one very well. We're able to wrap him up well before.
Yankton just taking their time. 2nd down and a yard. Handoff, Sirk hit by DeYoung in the backfield. Sirk still trying to fight, but he's stopped just a hair shy of the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
You know, Jerry, in that formation, the quarterback is, 4 yards behind the center, and then there's 2 fullbacks a couple yards behind him, and then the tailback is a couple yards behind them. You know, that tailback's starting out to play 9 yards in the backfield, trying to pick up a little bit ahead of steam going forward, but, they got to make sure to secure the defensive front of the Titans if they want to get through there.
We're going to put 4 minutes and 3 seconds. Titans needing a big stop out of this timeout.
This is a really big point in the game right now. Hopefully people out there are still tuned in. It was quite a lead earlier, and now the Titans are still in this game, but definitely need to stop here.
It's been a second half, really a third quarter that was controlled by the Titans. And they're going to bring the pressure. Back to pass, Kamshaw dumps it off. It is caught. First down to the 35-yard line. Somehow bringing that ball in is Matthew Sheldon.
Yeah, what a play. I mean, getting a rush on the backside. Kamshaw, he was able to get rid of it before he, got tackled by the defender in the backfield and able to get enough steam on it where the receiver could pick it off before it hit the ground.
What a great job for Sheldon. It looked like that ball was so close to hitting the ground. To corral that football, it's a fresh set of downs, and more importantly for Yankton, keeps the clock moving. First down and 10 from the 34. Handoff for Sirk. And Sirk will pick up another 2 yards. He has been busy tonight. That is his 28th carry of the game tonight. That also being said, he has 28 carries for 77 yards. His longest carry of the game has just been 9 yards. Goebel in motion. They hand it off. Cirk looking to find some of that room. Does so. And he's going to pick up 10 for a first down and more.
Pitch on the outside.
They're going to mark him down at the 21. It's the announcer, Jinx.
I was going to say it, Jer. Longest carry of the game on that last play.
Clock is stopped momentarily. Be first down and 10
First and 10 Bucks
from the 23. Here's a handoff for Cirk, and this one picks up a yard.
Yeah, and I think that's what we're going to get here. We're down to 2 minutes left in the game here. Yankton's content to just run the ball up the middle.
And the Titans not using any timeouts. Bucks on the verge of moving to 4-1 on their season. Titans with a loss tonight. They fall to 3-2. And back-to-back West River trips in front of them. Second down and 9. Here's a pitch right side. Cirk with the carry, trying to make a cut, and the Titans are right there.
Pitch on the outside.
And now the Titans will take a timeout.
Yeah, you know, the Titans only
26. As mentioned, for the Titans, they get back-to-back West River trips. They go to Sturgis first next Friday night at 6, and then they go to Spearfish after that on October 6th. Finish at home the following 2 weeks against Pierre and Watertown. And talking with Scott Fry prior to the season, he mentioned where a lot of fish here in T, but now knowing that they were going to have to do this year, he mentioned that was a little bit of cause of concern for them heading into the year.
Yeah, and especially, you know, coming off of a physical game like this, you know, those kids sitting on the bus for that long, that's going to be a tough couple weeks for them.
3rd and 13 from the 25, out of the timeout. Handoff. That last play was a loss of a yard.
Now, if you're Yankton, I would just keep the offense on the field. Don't. You know, you might want to get your kicker some experience or stats, but you know, we've seen the Titans already block one field goal. Now, it was waved off for a penalty on the play, but you can't risk that. You know, the Titans might block that field goal and return it for a touchdown. That would
T area 281 offensive yards in the game, 147 on the ground, 134 by way of passing. And Chad, they're going to punt. And it's almost blocked. And it actually bounces off a T player down at the 1 yard. The only question was whether or not it hit him before.
Right, yeah. If the ball crosses the plane, it's a touchback. So interesting, you know, Yankton just gains a few yards on that punt. I think the line of scrimmage there was the 26, something like that. So they gain
of 8 for 134 yards and a touchdown. That 56-yard strike went out to Tyler Reed. Conrad back to throw. Looking, lobs it, and it's picked off easy. Waiting for it was Austin Goebel, and Goebel fielded it as if it was a punt downfield. It's an interception of Titan Stadium. Minute 2 to go. Titans can't stop the clock, and this one will come to an end. It was an anticipated matchup, maybe one of the most anticipated matchups of. Just one more snap needed, and the Yankton Bucks will move to 4-1 on their season, and the Titans fall to 3-2. Let's get you the final numbers and the final stats as we wrap up our broadcast here tonight. Yankton goes 319 offensive yards, 181 through the air, 138 on the ground. They were led by Luke Campshaw, 15 of 25 passing for the 181 and the 1 touchdown. That went to Austin Goebel. He had the 2 receptions. He actually goes down in one of the weirdest stat combination carries for 84 yards and 2 touchdowns. For the Titans, Brenner Conrad, 4 of 9 passing, 134 yards, the touchdown and the interception at the end. Cole McKinney provided a spark in the second half of play. He finishes, and Keegan DeYoung had a catch for 54. Ethan Viss with a catch for 16. Leading the way defensively, Dawson Eimers for the Titans, 11 total tackles. Sam Wordle banged up his left ankle, rolled it in the first half of play. They take aside for Yankton, 10 total tackles, led the way for Matthew Sheldon. He had 3 tackles for a loss. And then joining him was Francis Inveld, who had 2 sacks in the game for 16 yards. 9 tackles for Donald Rounds. Tucker Gilmore had 8 tackles. Bryce Krall with 9. Final score tonight, Yankton 37, T-Area, the Pier Govs. For Yankton, on the way for them, they go home and they take on Brookings coming up next Friday night, and then they host Roosevelt to follow. For Chad Berger, Andrew Griffin, the entire staff here at T-Area High School, I'm Jerry Palesci saying good night from Titans Stadium. That's going to do it as the Titans fall 37-26 to the Bucks.